Hey y'all, from Spindle Mountain Mercantile, I am Heather. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to stick around to the end of the video so you can see my outtake with my little friend. Hey y'all, I'm Heather and this is Hamlet. Hamlet's a little concerned because I put makeup on so I can be in front of the camera, and he thinks I'm going for an R-I-D-E in the C-A-R. You should see him when I put on a bra. He really freaks out. He's like, ain't no way Mama's staying home with that on. He's a very smart dog. Why don't you go see Daddy? Before I tell you why I put makeup on to be in front of the camera, check out my hair. I mean, seriously, how awesome is that? It's like 80s hairband hair. I had to leave it to show it to you. I didn't fix it like this. It did itself. I just took it out of my old lady messy bun that I've had in for, we'll just say 2 days. And it ended up this way. So it's got all these little creases in it. It makes it look like it's ratted, or like I'm in Rat, the band, or the Scorpions, Van Halen. Don't say Twisted Sister. Don't do that to your girl. That's not nice. I just wanted y'all to see that I don't always have a messy bun, and sometimes I fix up. And today I fixed up just for you. Thank you so much for sticking with me during all of my Christmas videos. I know it can be a little much, especially since how it's only September. But here's the deal. My mama is 88, and she said, hey, I want to make Christmas stuff with you. And I love my mama, and she's 88, so I said yes. Seriously though, we have a bazaar coming up and we have a booth, and we have to get those ready for Christmas and the Christmas shoppers during bazaar season, which is in the later part of the fall. Next week, we're going to make some fall stuff. The week after that, we're going to make some stuff for our homes. We will continue to make some Christmas content between now and Christmas, but we're going to back off a little bit for now. I just wanted to let you know I really appreciate that. Number 2, I want to know what y'all want me to make. I need to get my videos out to new people, and I thought maybe if I knew what you guys want, or maybe what you are watching other content creators make, maybe I could make something like it, and that might go out to more people. So let me know in the comments what you would like to see me try to make. I do this because there are people out there who don't know how to craft, who think they're not crafty or talented, who are afraid of making mistakes, and they want to make something, and I want to show them how to do it. Even if they make a lot of mistakes, I want to show them that you can make 10 mistakes, and as you build on those and improve what you just did wrong, you're going to make something right, and you're going to create something that brings your heart joy. And I want to get my videos out there for people who like that. If you could help me out with this, I would so appreciate whatever you can do to help my channel. Thank you so much. So now let's watch this video, and I will see y'all later. Bye. Hey, Mama.
Good morning.
Tell the people what we're doing different today.
Well, last time we decided what projects we're going to do, and we've got them prepared for today, and they're here ready for us to complete and to show you how we did it.
And that means we're not going to have a mess when we get done?
No.
All right, let's get going.
Mess shows a successful conclusion.
That's right.
All righty.
Project number 1. Debbie's Design Diary DIY paints are clay-based, so they're perfect for using with Iron Orchid Designs paint inlays. They're kind of like transfers, but instead of being made with ink, they're made with paint, and my mother has grown to love them. We're using one today from the Christmas release. It's called La Folie. So to me, that sounds like lawfully, so I guess it's okay to use it, not against the law. I don't know, I always say I'm wrong. So my mom is adding 1 coat of mint chip to this sign she found at Dollar Tree. After it dries, she added a 2nd coat.
Heather's sweet husband cut this piece of wood to put a paint inlay on it. He is a handy thing to have around.
That's the truth. He's cute to look at too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, when Heather met him, I was a widow. And I said, well, if you don't snatch him up, somebody else might. But you know what? Once was enough for me. Now we're getting ready to do the paint inlay on this. And the first part only covers the top part of the round piece. So that's all we want to paint. Get wet and even up the brush marks.
Okay, now you're going to get the paper wet. Show them the front versus the back.
Now this is the back.
Oh, no, that's the
back.
Well, it's the front.
Because that's the bright.
That's the part. That's the paint side. Just say that's the paint side.
That's the paint side. It's the back. That's the back of this. Goes on the front of that.
Okay.
And this is the light side. But see, when you put water on it, it becomes bright too. So you gotta be careful.
I remember which side is which. Okay.
Over here, you didn't get any.
I told her I'm going to have to stop filming if you abuse me, Mama. She said, don't argue with me. I said, yes, ma'am. I wanted to leave this part to show you that we didn't even think about where those two holes were where you hang it up. So we didn't center it. And it has to be centered with that or it's going to be lopsided when we hang it on the wall. So I wanted you to see that you can lift it up and put it back down. You have to be kind of quick about it. You have just a little bit of time because it does adhere to that paint pretty quickly.
And wet it. First of all, go wet the.
Get to paint first.
Got a circle. She thought I forgot that. She yelled at me.
I only yelled because I was in another room and she's kind of a little bit deaf.
But I didn't forget. But I am on the ball.
And she was. Mama did a good job with this.
Well, it don't matter which way we put the bird because we can put the circle in the right place. Look at my pretty manicure.
Oh, poor Mama. We got the paper wet and then Mom put the inlay on the circle and adjusted it just where she wanted it. Then she used her fingers to dab it to get rid of the wrinkles and the bubbles. She also used a damp paper towel for that. And you are not going to get all the bubbles and wrinkles out of a paint inlay. Their nature is not to look perfect. So they're more of a distressed design. You can use them again. I've seen people use them 4 times and the last time they used them it was really faint. Each time you use a paint inlay there's less paint on it so it just gets a little bit more and more faint. And it looks really cool. It's like a distressed picture from long ago. Mom figured out the placement of what she wanted on her other letters and she did those the same way. When she was done with these pieces, I set them aside and let them dry and I put them between regular paper that came with them so I can save them and use them again. I've used them up to 3 times and it got a really good picture even on the 3rd time. Y'all have to forgive us for this next part because I'm not a videographer and my mama has never been an actress that had somebody tell her where her mark is. So when she was removing the paint inlay, she wasn't exactly on the screen. To do this, she let it dry completely and then she sprayed it with some water and just dabbed it again with the wet paper towel and let it sit for 30 seconds. Then she pulled it back and that's when the magic happens. I'm using Snowtex that we got at Hobby Lobby to add a little bit of life to the bottom of these trees. The paint inlay didn't come off as much. I have really sped this up. It's like 5 times normal speed. But since the paint inlay just didn't do right there, we decided to add some snow. And that was good because we put some on the letters as well. And it really gave it some depth. This stuff is really cool. It's like 3-dimensional. I added more Snowtex to the letters on the top surface wherever that might be. So like on the top of the Y and then down at the feet of the Y. And this circle is actually the O in joy. We're putting it all together with Gorilla brand wood glue. We buy ours at Lowe's, but I have found a decent deal on Amazon. It's not as low as Lowe's. But I'll leave a link for that in the description. If you use my link to buy anything from Amazon once you get there, they will give me a small compensation, but it won't raise your price. Originally, Mom had asked my sweet husband for a thin piece of wood, but he did this one thinking it was thin enough, because he was thinking like not as thick as a 2x4, and she was thinking like as thin as paneling. So this is somewhere in between. She wanted to make everything look three-dimensional, and her plan was to put a little piece of wood behind all of the letters to have them raised. So she only had to do that with the Y and the J because the O is automatically raised. When we put the letters down on the sign, they kind of like were starting to flop over a little bit. So we just took another one of those pieces of wood and put it underneath the little toe of the J and another part of the Y. We didn't glue them in. We just added it right there to hold it in place until the glue was dry. By the way, those are the tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree. You can get them at Hobby Lobby too, but the ones from Dollar Tree are smaller. Because it's water soluble, Debbie's DIY paints have to be sealed, and for that I'm using her liquid patina in the color Crystal Clear Chandelier. I should have done it before I put everything on, but it's okay. I just worked underneath the letters and up to the snow text. Make sure your paint inlay is dry before you do this or it might smear. I added some baker's twine and we were finished. This turned out so cute. What do you think? Project number 2. Debbie's Salvation Solution comes in white and clear. It's great as a primer, and you can also use it on natural wood so the tannins won't come through and show in your paint. Today, Mama is using white.
Last week, I put Salvation Solution on to cover up the base.
Once that's thoroughly dry, she will add a coat of crinoline and let that dry. Then she'll add one more coat to do another paint inlay.
It's ruining my manicure. Better make some money from these.
This is my second can of crinoline, and I have not taken very good care of it. I go through it pretty quickly, and I don't take the time to put it into a little jar when I'm using it, so it gets contaminated. I put that rest of what was left through a little sieve, and that took out the chunks. If you want to avoid that, just use a jar and don't contaminate your paint. Take better care of your paint than I take care of mine. Once that first coat dried, Mama added a second layer of crinoline, and then she sprayed it with a water bottle to minimize the brush strokes and to ensure they all went the same direction. At Mama's house, we only had a regular spray bottle, but I highly recommend using a misting bottle instead. You can pick these up at any craft or hobby store, but I found mine on Amazon. In the description below, I will leave a link to the deal I found.
If there are any wrinkles, it'll look distressed in that area, and it'll be okay. Can I blow on it?
You don't blow on it, Mama. You're funny. So, how do you tell?
That's going to be so pretty.
It is, isn't it? How do you tell when it's dry?
The front will look like it did before we wet it, like it's distressed.
Y'all, it is not as easy to make videos as one might think. Once again, I turned off my camera, and it was during the best part when Mama pulled that paper back to reveal the paint inlay. I promised to improve. Thanks for sticking with me. Right here, I'm adding some twine to the edge just to give it a finishing touch. We wondered if maybe it needs some color, but we really like how it turned out. Tell us what you think. Project number 3.
Heather's sweet husband cut this board for me to my specifications. It's a board that was a part of their house before they started rebuilding it. And he sanded it off very nicely, made a beautiful base for my little letters. Just you wait and see what they look like. Okay, I gotta peel off the front of the napkin. Sometimes they're 3 flies, but I think this is only 2, isn't it, Heather?
I think so.
Debbie's Design Diary, liquid patina, crystal clear chandelier. That's a mouthful. Now you brush this on the top of your whatever you're going to decoupage. Like most of Heather's paints, this is a brand new thing that is not contaminated. And I refuse to contaminate it.
Very good, Mom. You rock. You rock.
Okay, I'm rubbing out the bubbles. And I'm going to put another coat of Debbie's Design Diary, liquid patina, crystal chandelier.
Crystal clear chandelier.
Crystal clear chandelier.
And tell them
You'd think I'm a ventriloquist dummy.
A what?
A ventriloquist dummy.
A ventriloquist? Isn't that what I used to call it? You know, I have a ventriloquist dummy Danny gave me, and I can do it. I'll have to show him at the end.
Now you gotta wait till that gets dry, and you use sandpaper to off the edges. Okay, this is gonna be the O and the joy. I just have a piece of greenery string, I don't know what you call it. And I have these pretty little red berries, and I'm just gonna wrap them around. I don't know if there will be enough to cover it or not, but we'll see. Because you know what? I have mold. Now for the great unveiling. Heather gave me a nice piece of sandpaper. Will be easy to use.
You know where I got this package of all different kinds of sandpaper?
Where?
At the Dollar Trees.
You just keep going around. Takes longer than I thought it would. On YouTube, when those women are doing it, it just comes right off. This is fun. I love doing this.
Again, Mama is using the Dollar Tree tumbling tower blocks to give these letters some height. She attached those with Gorilla wood glue, and she's using hot glue to put the wreath on for the O. I'm using the same blocks to measure the distance from the side to put in the eye screws, just to make sure I get them equal distance. So I forgot this wonderful trick right here. If you put a tool into the eye screw and turn it, it's so much easier. I forgot until the end though, so oh well. Live and learn. Dollar Tree has some little picture kits, and I used the wire out of one of those to thread some beads on it. Then I put the wire through the eye screw and twisted it, and I pushed the beads down over the twisted part. To get to the other side, so you won't have a big gap where there's wire, if you push it through and then you have, I don't know how to explain it. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I pushed it back up through the beads, and then on the second bead, I used my tool to twist it, and then I pushed the other beads down over it. If you don't do that, you're going to have a big gap with wire showing. And that's all we did. Here is our finished little joyful sign. Project number 4. Last week, Mama made some fall ornaments, and one of you asked if we were going to make some for Christmas. This project is for you.
I put glue on the ends, and I stand up 2 on the side, and then I put glue on the ends, and I put 1 on the top. Now we're going to put the straw in, and what we're going to do is put wood glue all along the bottom here and a little bit on the front so it looks like it's in the manger. And we're going to put it in this bag and just shake it all around.
In the description, I'll leave a link to this video where you can see how we made the different shapes for the ornaments. For this ornament, Mama wrapped a wooden bead with quilt batting.
And put the baby Jesus in on the straw.
For the next 2 ornaments, Mama added some more Snowtex and spread it all along the bottom. You don't have to use glue because it will stick to the wood. We put the decorations in the Snowtex to get an indentation of where they will later be glued. To add the strings to hang them on the tree, I doubled up some baker's twine we bought at Dollar Tree and I pulled it through 3 beads. Then I took that double end and put it through a hole I drilled in the top of each ornament. I pulled it down far enough to tie a whole bunch of knots. I made sure I tied enough knots that it wouldn't pull back up through the hole. Once I had that done, I pushed the beads down tight as I pulled up on that piece of twine, and then I tied a knot above the beads so they would not fall off. Next, I glued the decorations back in to the Snowtex, and I also added a pretty piece of fabric to the back of the Jesus ornament. I love these, don't you? Project number 5.
I'm using Debbie's Salvation Solution to cover these geese, and this cover is really good. A friend of Heather's from YouTube is retiring, and she sent Heather a box full of all kinds of neat stuff, transfers, bunch of molds, etc., etc., etc. So you'll be seeing many of those, and we're very grateful. We can't say who, but thank you so much.
She doesn't want to have a whole bunch of people inundating her asking if she's okay. My favorite decoupage medium is definitely Debbie's liquid patina.
The surface of the goose is wet with Chippy's liquid patina, crystal chandelier stuff.
Listening to my mother say that will never get old, at least for me. I hope it doesn't for y'all as well.
With the napkin, it's so fragile you feel like you're going to tear it. And you would. I would. This is very substantial, and you can see through it more so you know where you're putting it. With the napkin, I just had to hope that I had it in the place I wanted it to be.
This one you could move around if you
And
want.
of course I did, so.
I don't have a website yet, but I'm getting one. But my friend Heather at Create Your Own Cozy has a very good selection of decoupage papers, so I'll put a link to her decoupage papers in the description.
The problem we're having is we don't know if we want to face them the same way. I think that we need to put them opposite. This napkin has 3 parts, and when you separate it, The middle thing has a very faint design that you could be used if you wanted a very faint thing. I don't want very faint, I want real loud.
That would look pretty on like an antique piece of furniture or one other, wall hanging as a background.
This is gonna be so pretty. You can iron it, you can put wax paper down on and cover it. You can use parchment paper, but I've just used my fingers. Got a lot of wrinkles in that. Leave you for a few minutes and...
What? She says to use...
I don't think that's going to work, Heather.
Well, maybe he's just...
it might be the bird.
Well, it is really bumpy. Maybe it's just an old bird that has lots of wrinkles.
Yeah.
I didn't... Ow! I wasn't talking about you.
Don't make fun of your mama's wrinkles.
Mom, I wasn't talking about you. Child abuse. Imagine how she treats me in private. I'm just kidding. She's an amazing mama. This is a little trick my sweet husband taught us. Use duct tape on the back of your sandpaper, especially the cheap stuff. It keeps it from falling apart while you're using it. My mama found this pine greenery at Hobby Lobby. It's awesome. It's like pine needle ribbon, and it's really, really long. So we just cut a few pieces of that and connected the ends and twisted them together to make little wreaths to go around the geese's necks. And I adorned them with 3 little berries we found in a flower pick from Dollar Tree. We put them on the necks of each goose, and then down at the very bottom where they attach to the board they're standing on, I wrapped just a little bit of the greenery around the bottom of that, and it gave it the perfect final touch. So tell us, how much do you love these geese?
This is running my manicure, but I'm going to show you something after a minute. Look at it. A manicure is preserved.
Why is that, Mom?
It's water-soluble clay base.
Okay, we're done crafting for the day. How'd we do with the mess?
Well, it looks better than it did last week.
I don't know if that's saying much.
We had fun and we made progress.
We did. We did really good.
Lots of progress.
Thanks, Mama.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you very much.
Well, that was fun. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining us again this week. And until you see us again next time, I hope you have a wonderful week. And as always, I hope you are blessed. Bye. Hey everyone, look who I found. It's my old friend Danny O'Day. How are you, Danny? I'm doing okay. Hey, don't look at her. There's nothing to see up there. Yeah, you want to look at this guy right here. That's right. Yeah. Danny, you are so embarrassing. Well, I guess if they want to look at you, that's okay, because you are easy on the eye. Oh, Danny. Oh, Heather.